Hey guys, it's your boy Christian Shen, aka Jeff Holosaki, back with another video. You know it. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna tell you it's another story time vid. You know it. I haven't got any stuff in the mail yet, so I'm gonna run at those. When I do get the last two Goosebumps books I need that come in the mail, and do an collection update for the Give Yourself. They'll be completing 1 to 42, and then I will be getting once I somehow find a way to get book number 7, I will do a narcotic collection update, including with those two, including the special books. I guess you want to go, I'll do special by itself. So guys, today's the story. Background for the story. I was junior year in high school, and my favorite class, my favorite class to this day is history. I respect the hell out of history teachers. I respect the hell out of any teacher, most likely, but I'm not a big math person, so I could take or leave a math teacher alone. But history, science, and English are my favorite classes of all time. Those are my favorite classes, okay? And my favorite teacher in high school was actually my junior year of high school. Junior and senior year, they had the teachers same year, or different. Actually, I said the teachers twice, junior year and one senior year. And his name was Mr. Brown. His real name was Michael Brown. And I don't think he'll watch my videos because he's like 70, he's like 65 or something like that. But he was a African American student, or African American teacher. And he taught history, U.S. history, African American history, which I did take, and geography. And well, here's what happened. Okay, so I respect teachers a lot, and Mr. Brown is my favorite teacher of all time. Pretty much the funniest teacher. He did have one problem, and he had narcolepsy. And if you don't know what narcolepsy is, it's basically a disorder where you will fall asleep at random times, and like you could be working at your desk, and automatically you fall asleep, and then you wake back up, and then you fall asleep again. And he used to do that like 20 times a day. Like, if we were working on a worksheet, or like if we were doing watching a movie in the class that had to do with a topic, he would be at his desk looking at his computer, and if you occasionally look at him, he'd be like, and then he'd be like, and then he'll do it again, and he'll do it again. So he was a cool teacher. He would go in front of the class every morning, he'd sit down in front of you, he would do it to be like, so he would sit down in the class. So what was in the news today, class? And he would get mad if no one raised their hand to answer this. No, what you tell me? None of you watch the news. And I would always, like, oh, this is the news today, Mr. Brown. This is the news today. I loved Mr. Brown a lot. Like, he was a cool teacher. He liked my mom. Like, he talked to my mom a lot sometimes. My mom used to do this joke with me when I talked about Mr. Brown and how his class was today. And she would be, Mr. Brown, BC African American. And I said, yes, please stop it, it's annoying. I hate that, because, like, she would joke around, it was a joke, but to me, it doesn't seem like this is a teacher that I really like. Anyways. Okay, before you go anything, my mom's not racist, it was a joke, and, if anyone does say she's racist, she's not. She was doing it as a joke purposes, and the only reason why it annoyed me is because I liked the teacher, and after a while, it was like she would do it every single time I brought him up. It used to piss me off. But anyways, back to the story. So so what happened was, it must have been in the middle of the junior year. And we had gotten a girl from another school transferred from, I think, Gardens, or was it Jupiter? I don't know, either one of those two. It was Gardens High School or Jupiter High School. And she was transferred to Dwyer, where I went to high school, because of either failing grades or she was a troublemaker and they just didn't want her anymore or something like that, so they put her there. That's Dwyer, and she was in our class, and like, I'm a very tolerant person when it comes to things. Like, legit, I'm a very tolerant person. I am a very tolerant person when it comes to certain things. But I do not like ignorance and belligerence. I cannot stand that. Can't. So, she was legit rude to everybody in our class, this girl. She sat, she sat from across from me, from my desk. I was close to my friend James, and then then I was right next to the desk about to Mr. Brown. Another thing about Mr. Brown is he was sticking for the school rules. Like, for example, we cannot have our phones out in the middle of class, even after class is over. So after class is over, even when the class is legit, like you're doing all your work, not allowed to have your phones out at all. He sees you with your phone out, he'd be like, "What you supposed to do? Why you have your phone out, huh?" Or like he says the bell, like you don't get you try to pack up your stuff for before the bell rings. You're like, no. I don't just the bell rings with you. I do. But he was okay. I was okay with that. Side note for that story, there was a time where me and my friend James were doing his homework in his class. He caught us, he yelled at us and said, "Josh, James," in a very, barking voice, what the hell are you doing? And he says, "We're doing your homework, Mr. Brown." He says, "Well, can you give me the definition of homework, please?" I raised my hand and said, "Yes, Josh. The definition of homework is homework that is supposed to be done work is supposed to be done at home." "Great, that's good, that's what it is. So why are you doing it in my class?" And because we didn't want to do it when we got home. He's like, "That's not a real answer. That's not an excuse." But okay. So, and while I was doing that, I was also finishing. I was already on the last question of the homework, and I was writing while I was talking to him, and I walked up to Mr. Brown after that, and he said, "Mr. Brown," he's like, "Yes, Josh. Here's the homework." He looked at me, looked at my paper, read everything, and said, "This is 100% work. If I wanted to be a dick, I could throw that in the trash right now, but it's 100% work, and I don't want to do that, so you don't have homework for the day." My poor friend James was stuck with the fucking homework he was like 4 questions left. He was stuck for the rest of the day doing his homework. Go back to the video. So, this girl was belligerent. Legit, I don't even remember her name. She was belligerent, she was rude. We would be talking about the civil rights movement, and she was like, "What does this have to do with me?" No. And she was being rude to my teacher, Mr. Brown, who I respected so much. And at one day, I've legit had it. I said to her in a snippy voice, "If you don't want to be here, no one's stopping you from leaving. Go. There's the door." And she's like, "I don't want to listen to you." "Oh, no, you don't?" I legit grabbed her by the arms. I said, motion to one of my friends who's near the door, okay? Without even saying a word, he gets up, opens the door, and I fling her out, and I say, "And stay out. Go to the fucking office. Just go. We don't want you here anymore." I sit back, I look at everyone else in the class, say, "Anyone else got any more problems?" And everyone shakes their heads no, and I sit back down. And my Mr. Brown statement to me was the most priceless thing ever. "Sorry, Dad." Sorry, I do this thing with my toes where I pound on the ground and it makes a noise on there. Sorry, guys. So where are they at? So I picked her up and threw her out. So my Mr. Brown says to me, "Josh, why'd you do that?" And I said to him, I couldn't handle it anymore. Couldn't handle her being respectful to you. I couldn't handle her disrupting the entire class. I just couldn't handle it anymore. And something had to be done, and no one was doing anything. So I just did what I thought was necessary at that time. And I'm surprised to this day that the principal, nor did any of the cops didn't arrest me for assault. Like, I wasn't really assault though. I didn't really hurt her that much. I didn't even grab her that hard. I grabbed her by the arm and just pulled her out the room. That's all I did. And I threw her backpack at the wall. And I said, "There, just go to your office. Go to the front office. We don't want you in this class anymore." Don't even bother coming back. And that's all I said. That was it. To this day, I have never talked to Mrs. Brown a while after I graduated. He was a good teacher. He actually retired a year after I graduated. So the year after I graduated, he finished that school year afterwards. The year after I graduated, he went to the school. He was a teacher there, and then he retired. And I've only talked to him maybe once. After that, I saw him. Actually, it's a funny story. I was driving from work to back to home, and I was surrounding a corner, and I saw him. And I think he must have saw me or recognized me because when I was going past him, he looked. He did like that when you try to look into a car and see if you recognize someone. He did this. And I think I waved to him too. So yeah, nice guy, great Mr. Brown. If you ever go to YouTube or at all, which I probably don't think you will, but if you do, shout out to you, my friend. Your class was amazing. I liked your stuff, and that's it. Like, comment, subscribe us if you haven't done so already. Share my videos on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, thank you for watching this video because it helps me a lot when you do. And if you do like it, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up on that that like button, and shoot me in the comments below what your favorite teacher was in high school or junior high, and what your favorite subject is. See you later, guys.